Now, in this lecture, we are going to discuss constructors in case of inheritance.
This video is brought to you by Appy Pie Academy.
Constructors in case of inheritance. Okay, let me have a class with any name. Suppose the name of the class is vehicles. Okay, and here I am going to have a simple constructor def, and this is a constructor without arguments, because self is not considered to be some significant argument. It's just a reference to the class, right? So what I would do is I would have constructor without arguments. This is constructor without arguments, or which is also called non-parameterized constructor. No parameter is being passed. Self is not considered to be some significant parameter, you know it. Okay, here I am going to write print message. This is vehicles class constructor. Vehicles class constructor. Okay, so just this message is appearing, and vehicles class is my super class. Now let's get down to writing the child class. Suppose I give it the name, suppose cars, and as you know the syntax, within parentheses I would write the name of the parent class, and in this case name of the parent class is going to be vehicles. Press enter, def double underscore init double underscore and then self. Okay, then here I would write print this is cars class constructor. Okay, so far so good. So we have taken the parent class with the name vehicles. There is a constructor without argument. We have taken a class called cars, which happens to be the child class of the vehicles class. Here also I have taken a constructor without arguments. Non-parameterized constructors are there. Now I will come to the driver part. This is your driver part, and what I am going to do is I am going to have an object of the child class cars. Okay, declaring or instantiating we can say declaring or instantiating an object of the child class, an object of the child class cars. Okay, so far so good. Now I will execute my program. What should happen is, when I declare an object of the or instantiate an object of the child class cars, the control will automatically come to this constructor. As you know, constructors are automatically executed when an object is created. It will come into this constructor of the cars class because object of cars class is getting created. So this is car class cars class constructor. This message should appear. Let me press Ctrl Shift F10 in order to execute this program. As you can see, the message is appearing. This is cars class constructor. So far so good. But most of the times we people are also required to execute the constructor of the parent class also. So what should we do? In the constructor of the child class, I would write super parenthesis dot, and here I would write underscore underscore init underscore underscore. As I have told you earlier also, this super parenthesis represents the superclass. So superclass, in this case, superclass means your parent class. So here superclass is vehicles. So what would happen is, when the control will come into the constructor of the child class cars, the first thing it is going to do is it is going to invoke the constructor of the parent class, because super represents the parent. So the control will go into this. This is vehicle class constructor, message will appear, control will come back, it will come back to this statement, this print, this is, and this print statement will print this is cars class constructor. So in a way, both the constructors would be executed. Control shift F10. Yeah, this is it. This is vehicles class constructor, this is cars class constructor. Let me explain it again. When you created an object of the child class cars, the control came into the constructor without arguments, non-parameterized constructor of the cars class. Here you have written super dot init, that will take the control to the constructor without arguments of the parent class vehicles. The message will appear, this is vehicles class constructor, control will come back to the following statement, and this is cars class constructor, this message will appear.